incredible courage to think for himself. Free. Against the grain.
That's first thing. That's first thing. Thinking for yourself.
You got to be able to think for yourself. You have to be able to cut against the grain, get the distance from your peer group. And not only that, but you have to have an habitual vision of greatness. You see, you have to believe in fact that you will refuse to settle for mediocrity. You won't confuse financial security with your personal integrity. You won't confuse your success with your greatness or your prosperity with your magnanimity. If you have a vision of greatness, there's something that's luring you all the time for something grander than you. And of course, as a Christian, for me, he who is greatest among us will be
your servant.
Your servant, the quality of your service to others. Do you find joy in your service to others? Do you actually believe, in fact, that living is connected to giving? Now, maybe some people may not opt for that. Say, no, I'm the hedonistic, narcissistic, individualistic type, and that's just a lot of abstract rhetoric. That's right. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I say, that's fine. That's fine. I choose to attempt to pursue this road. I'll fall on my face. We all do. Cracked vessels, right? Crooked heart, crooked neighbor. How the crooked heart going to learn how to love the crooked neighbor? That's part of the challenge for those of us locked into a certain Christian tradition. But we Christians have no monopoly on truth, no monopoly on goodness, and so forth and so on. We believe Jesus Christ is the truth, but we also know, in fact, that a variety of religious traditions have some things to say that we can learn. And therefore, especially as citizens in a democratic society, we're going to have equality of person before the law, no matter what religious or non-religious views they have.
Let me go back, though. You make this distinction. I want to give you or give myself a chance to catch up with this distinction between success and greatness. You went right past that. It's a profound distinction. Talk to me about the distinction, the difference between success and greatness.
No, I think success is worldly in terms of the American dream is often characterized as pecuniary gain and financial prosperity, economic status. Living in the big crib, in the vanilla suburb, living large, and the bling-bling that goes along with it. Now, we all know we all need money, we all need financial resources and so forth, but we also know how that can easily become not just idolatrous, but it can become poisonous to one's soul. You know the wonderful essay written by the white literary bluesman Tennessee Williams after the Glass Menagerie in 1947 wrote a fascinating essay called The Catastrophe of Success. It's actually a biography of Frank Capra, which is a very negative biography. I didn't like it, but I like Capra, but it did reveal some things. But it was also titled The Catastrophe of Success. Meaning what? That if, in fact, you're not spiritually, politically, morally prepared to deal with success, then a catastrophe can follow thereafter, and in fact, it can blind you in your own quest for greatness. Because if, in fact, all you actually think life is about are these fleeting pleasures and these commodities, and you think you can possess your soul by means of possessing commodities, you've got some nihilism, some existential emptiness, and spiritual malnutrition waiting for you. I don't care where it is. I know we here in Hollywood, so maybe I should shout that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Hollywood doesn't suffer from it in any disproportionate way. It's also among the destitute, because the destitute have a fetishism of commodities, the fetishism of success. All I need is success, and then somehow I'm a better person, I'm more human, people will accept me, even though I don't have it. Well, that's just as bad as achieving the success and discovering you're living in the mansion all by yourself, alone, unable to make any kind of qualitative relation to anybody. Well, those things require what? People willing to pay a price, bear a burden. If you think it's cost-free, if you think there's no price to be paid, then it's easy to slide back into conformity, complacency, and that goes hand in hand with our market-driven, narcissistic, hedonistic society, where more and more people concerned just about getting over as opposed to being a better, more decent, compassionate human being.
Are you hopeful that this generation can get it right? You teach these minds every day.
Well, brother, I tell you, I'm a legatee of not just Martin Luther King Jr., but also Cliff and Irene West, but also John Coltrane and Anton Chekhov, which means I'm never optimistic. The evidence always looked looks underdetermined. But I am full of hope. I never give up on any human being, no matter what color, so forth, because I believe that they have potential. And in that sense, it's a kind of, you know, blues-inflicted hope rather than a cheap American optimism that motivates me, my brother.
What a blessing to have him here just to talk. His latest book is the New York Times bestseller, now out in paperback, Democracy Matters. His name, of course, Cornel West. Dr. West, Happy New Year. Good to see you,
What a blessing, though.
Glad to have
Number
you.
4.
Yeah.
Congratulations there, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.